Scheduled for Casters 1?
Yeah, I thought we were on Caster 1 for JPGMafia.
That's what it says in...
Here we are.
We good?
You were in.
Good afternoon, everybody. A pleasant good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you, wherever you may be. We have another fun match in store for you. We have another fun bunch of matches in store for you. This next round is the losers semifinals, or the redemption bracket, as I like to call it. Today we have the JPGMafia about to go head to head against the new Super Canine Bros. They will be doing Rig Redux on BLV2, 56 Max Monsters, and Anomaly Z. So a little bit different than um, previous settings. The previous settings have been ASLV3 around 64 Max Monsters. BLV2 is just a little step up. The next step up is obviously the Anomaly Zs. They're a little tougher, a little bit more fun. It'll be a lot of fun for the crowd. What do you think, Nick?
I think it's going to be very interesting, and I'm excited to see what they can possibly do because you have to be very careful with anomalies heads. They're
Yeah.
ever so slightly different from vanilla, but they have their own, package of surprises you got to watch out for.
Right, most definitely. And I enjoy this map rig. This was one of my favorite custom maps back when it was a custom map and a daytime map. But I really like this version too. The nice rainy atmosphere still on rig. The holds still, the original hold that you do on the custom map still works, and there's more holds that teams have been able to surprise us with.
Sadly, I got a different perspective on this map. It's I played it a lot during my CD games and everything, but sadly, I always remember this map for being the map that you join into because the server got broken. and, and it's just endlessly on waiting for Zeds or something like that, 0 seconds, and the server is just borked.
Yeah, it's funny is I've heard that a lot. Yeah, I personally have never experienced that, so I feel I'm just extremely, just really lucky to have experienced that.
Yeah, it was a problem because this map is absolutely ancient, like in
Yeah.
terms of like when it was made, and I think at some point they changed something with the Kinsmet or who knows what else, and it just anytime a server ran rig and there were no players or the players just left after joining the map, the server would just go infinite loop everybody, and
Mhm.
the server would have to be restarted.
Yeah, I feel very fortunate to never have experienced that. So we got our players trickling in here. We're just gonna give them a little bit of time to get together. There obviously is a cutoff time in case um, not everyone makes it in, but we'll see. We'll see what goes on here. I'm excited for BLV2 personally. BLV2. A lot of people like BLV2 because there is no quarter pounds, which for some reason people don't like quarter pounds. I don't really understand it. I like quarter pounds. I think they're a nice change of pace. But obviously, I'm also the guy that says I like stairs. So, you know, I tend to differ than a lot of opinions.
I'm gonna need some more from you on that one. You're the first I've heard that said that.
Well,
I,
was they like stairs or the other option?
The stairs.
I don't know. I like the variation in elevation, as frustrating as they can be. Right. The elevation change just makes for, I guess, like slightly more interesting gameplay. I think I played a match. I'm forgetting what the map was. Oh, it was Monster Ball. The Monster Ball CD at it, and I solo laned the back and it has two sets of stairs, one that goes down and one that goes up. They're small sets of stairs, but I just thought it really added a nice like flavor to that lane. Made things
Sadly,
exciting.
sadly, my only favorite thing about stairs is watching people get stair hit by a flesh pound crit and instantly die. However, shooting downstairs, I don't like too much. Even though I'm a support main, you'd think that'd be great. I mean, it is great if it's just trash, but the flesh pound gets in there trying to aim an AA-12 down at a 45-degree angle and hoping all the pellets hit, and watching its head ducked out is just basically impossible. The only other good thing I would say about Stairs that enjoy is it's prime Goomba territory.
Yes. Yes. And as I always say, at the end of every match, Goombas are the most important stat. Zed stomped. You hear that, crowd? Make sure you work on stomping Zeds.
But I'm sorry to say to our viewers, though, if they do not get their next player here in a few minutes, about 5 minutes if my clock is correct, we may have to call a forfeit on this.
Yeah, I really hope that doesn't happen. Unfortunately, life does happen. But I'm crossing crossing my fingers and hoping that doesn't happen. Hopefully, everything's okay.
Yeah. Because I do not think any of the players here would want to have that happen.
Yeah, I agree completely. One thing that I also find interesting about this round are the anomaly Zeds, right? The anomaly Zeds, they're a little bit faster. They hit a little bit harder. Do they have more HP? I think they're just a little tougher, right? They just have a little bit.
They do have a little bit more.
I think they have a bit more body HP. The exact amount, I do not know, but it definitely makes you prioritize headshots over everything.
Yeah.
You'll notice definitely a lot more decapped clots and cysts and things of that nature than you would on regular Zeds.
Yeah. I'm really excited for that. I think anomaly Zeds are a lot of fun. And you always have to be careful for those rioters. It really makes, because rioters, they in vanilla, the vanilla rioters, they still buff Zeds and they do a good amount of damage, but on this, the Zeds already do more damage, and the rioters just make them do more damage. It's very, very, very scary when a rioter buffs things, especially a fleshbound.
Yeah, it's one of the things you really got to watch out for is if you're a commando player on this thing, because you're going to have to shoot more bullets than you would expect, and prepping is ever so more important on here than it ever is.
Yeah, most definitely. One thing that's always frustrated me about when I would play commando on anomaly is just when you're just not aiming all that well for that split second, you get those body shots, and that clot doesn't die as fast as you're used to. It's like, what the hell, dude?
Or you do the fade away. You take the shots you think you need. You turn to your next target, and Z10 drop.
Yeah.
I'm notorious for that one.
Yeah. One other thing that I like that anomaly does is it makes the Hus a little bit meaner. And Hus are already pretty mean, right? But they shoot a little bit more accurately. Those who have played KF1 here in the crowd, KF1 Hus are much more accurate.
I don't think they get an accuracy bonus in this,
Oh,
but no, they get a fire rate bonus.
Oh, I thought they changed like where they aim, or they try to predict where you're going, just like in KF1 Zeds.
They might, but the last time I played any sort of buff Zeds, all I did was a slight fire rate boost.
Yeah. Well, the fire rate boost is also very mean.
Yeah, there is a less of a cooldown between when they can do a shot now, and makes them much more dangerous and a very big prime target to kill.
Yes. It pretty much makes them a large Zed, right? Like, in my humble opinion, I think it makes them very worthy of big attention. So I still think Rig looks really pretty, even though it's not a daytime map anymore. I personally like daytime maps just because my eyes don't work all that well on darker maps. I feel like whenever I play Commando on a dark map, my performance goes down significantly. But I think the brightness on this map is balanced pretty well.
I personally enjoy the Powerade flavored water over here, or the green or purple Gatorade in the water.
The grape Gatorade, yeah. This kind of makes you just want to dive in and just gulp. Let's get a nice big gulp.
You'll never drown or run out of energy with all those electrolytes.
Oh man, I said big gulp and I made myself really thirsty. That's good. That's good. Power of advertisement.
Sponsored by.
Has that Scanlines boat always been there this entire time?
It always has, and it's been stuck in an iceberg for a while too.
Man.
Supposedly, that's the boat we got off on to get to here, I guess.
Sure, I'm sure we're bothering some people by calling it a boat instead of a ship, but you know. I like it.
Well, if it keeps rubbing against that iceberg, it'll probably be a submarine here soon too.
Probably.
How submarines are created.
Unfortunately, we are getting up near that time limit here. We're very, very close. It would really suck for a team to end this way, so I'm really hoping it doesn't happen like that. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the holds in this map because I know teams have been working on alternate holds. That is a very fun fact, Selma, by the way. I don't usually point out to the crowd while I'm casting, but that was an extremely fun fact, and I appreciate fun facts very much so.
Well, sadly, it seems that we are out of time. They have hit
Yeah.
the upper limit, and there is no other player. And we're unfortunately, going to have to cancel this match
Yeah.
and disqualify the team.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I hope the other player, I hope nothing bad has happened, to them. Hopefully, all is well, health-wise, family-wise, all the real life stuff, of course, matters first. Unfortunate they are going to have to forfeit this match. New Super Canine Bros, just FYI, they will still be playing their match as a formality. It would be poor sportsmanship, obviously, for them to just, not play a match at their to the best of their abilities. So they will be playing later today at 5 Pacific time.
Just under 4 hours.
And just under 4 hours on Otaku Mom stream. Is that correct? Yes, the Otaku Mom will be streaming, and you will all be joined by the awesome indynick and Ethereal Doom.
I'll be there again.
Can't get rid of this man that easily.
I would just like to say for JPGMafia that it has been a pleasure. I've casted a few of their games before, and they're always a ton of fun to watch. So thank you to JPGMafia. Unfortunately, they will be eliminated by this forfeiture.
And I hope everybody gives them a big round of applause because
Yes.
they got very far here.
Yes, definitely. A big thanks to the crew here, of course. Code the Void and indynick for joining us. And a big thank you to the crowd, of course, for sticking with us. Do we want to do an exit interview? We can do an exit interview, I think.
I think that's a good idea.
Sounds good to me.
Sure. So stick around if you would like to hear an exit interview for the JPGMafia.
I'll drag him up.
You got it. So we will have Otaku Mom and Jenny joining us for the exit interview.
Howdy, howdy. Can everybody announce themselves?
Yes, I am Ark and or Jenny, depending on the time of day.
Hey, I am Morgan or the Otaku Mom.
Hello.
Welcome.
Oh no, you just doxed your real name to me.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's a cute name.
Thank you.
Anyways, go on.
We really apologize about this unfortunate scenario, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that everybody is still in high spirits at least.
Oh, yeah.
Shit sucks, but we had fun, and we're making plans to go record hunting as a group.
Oh,
Excellent.
absolutely, for sure. I'm
Yeah.
having so much fun with this.
Excellent. Yeah,
Somebody's got to populate a standard record sheet.
It is unfortunate that it had to end this way, but I would like to ask you, just give me a general feel about your overall experience here in the tournament and your experience with this team.
I love my team.
Same. I absolutely do.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun with them because like everyone, it pretty much this like so the straight faced person on the team the most was probably like I don't know, maybe Fail, because Fail's always just kind of like vibing, but like between Belle and Mom and I, we were just so goofy all the time. It was always fun in VC. We got into this like weird like 20-minute discussion just talking mad smack about Ron DeSantis last night.
Yep. Yes, we did.
It went for so long that Fail had to like tell us to shut up so we could practice the boss. It was a fun time with everyone.
Mhm.
So it sounds like y'all had some really good chemistry.
Yeah.
I've casted a few of your matches before, and I've always enjoyed seeing your strategies. Give me what was one of your favorite strategies overall throughout this tournament?
Okay. My favorite strategy actually was the one we didn't get to do because it was patched. So on Vortex, we found a part of the floor of the lower part of the map
Of
that
course, it's that one.
it does not collide with ragdolls or guns. And so we came up with a strat to bait Hans to grab somebody from a specific angle, and when you break his shield, he flies backwards and just falls under the map and dies. And we didn't get to do that because Tamari patched that, and I thought it was absolutely hysterical.
Well, You're
Sounds hysterical.
too freaking much. I don't know. I've always I think I just like playing any of these matches with everybody here. Like, this is my first exposure to anything CD. I
Mhm.
love this team. Every time I booted up the game, I was always hoping one of my teammates would be online. I'm like, I'm sorry to annoy you guys so much, but I love playing with you all so freaking much. If um, after our match where we ended up down in this bracket, Blue, Kyrum, and I decided to just go into turbos, and we picked ridiculous. Kyrum was a demo. I decided to pick up Firebug, and Blue went berserker, and we just decided we're in pubs now, and we're gonna play pubs.
You're gonna
And,
play the
like, we just
Unholy
had to-
Trinity.
We did. We called it the Unholy Trinity now. That is the Unholy Trinity. Because we played that in the match, and we were just playing that in turbos, and we just had the best time. Because I was like, I'm in a mood, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna go just play pub holders. And
That's
Blue's
so
like,
great.
he's like, I'll join you. And Kai was like, I'm gonna turn this camera. And then when I said that, he's like, fine, I'll join you. And it was just so much fun. But I think just playing these matches was just so much. It was so entertaining and so interesting. And what I love about this team was the fact that I know a lot of people were saying our lore was that we did objectives. And yes, we did do quite a few of the objectives, but I think
feel
the
like it's a
biggest thing,
holdover from Yellowmancers, though.
yeah, I think the biggest thing about our lore is that we were fast and efficient.
Yeah,
We-
we were so
we-
fast.
We were in depth with our strats, with our team comp, our loadouts, our eco,
our
our
traders,
backup plans, our traders.
and our
we discussed
bosses.
all of
Our
it.
bosses were our specialty. Like I'm pretty sure we consistently, almost always had the best bosses in a week.
Yeah, actually, at
Our-
this helicopter right there, yeah, that was our boss manip.
Like
Right there.
we had this one strat. So you know how we had trouble with Matriarch on Vortex?
Mhm.
Our best kill in practice took 20 seconds against 10 HP Matriarch. Because what happened is, so the way that my team stratted out killing Matriarch on that is we would bait blue, then bait purple, and then during purple we would actually have the team damage split between the gun and the face, and we could do so much damage even in real time that we could break the face and the gun with a damage split at the same time, and then we would just bully her.
Mhm.
And we had one time where we broke her face and gun, and then Z time started with full extensions. And we had so much DPS and ground fire that she just died before it even ended, and we only got 2 extensions.
Yeah,
That's-
and I think that's what I think a lot of people didn't completely realize, because like even with our last match, we had on the scenario B,
The double Hans.
the double hunts, fastest time with a medic.
Yeah, did we
It
get
was
like a
faster.
26-minute time?
Yeah, and I think that's what is
That's a
crazy
great time.
because yeah, and it's with a medic.
It was a
I know a
time
lot of
so
people
good
are-
we beat no medic scores with a medic because we got so much time bonus. And that's something that I thought was really cool about the way that we played was we were so bunker down fast that we could get such incredibly
we
large
kind
time
of
bonuses.
low key forgot about the idea of doing a kite during thrills chills. We didn't even have a kite strategy at that one because we just kept practicing the match over. We kept practicing rounds that we couldn't get until we could get it the way we
I'm
wanted
so
it.
sad I couldn't be there for that week. That was so fun.
I don't know
is-
about you, but that was my favorite kind of strategy. Who cares about the Kyrat? We don't need it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We were like, that didn't work right. Do it again. All right, that didn't work right. Do it again. So like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this team has just been great. This whole experience has been really great. I mean, I've met so many amazing people, and like I said, like everyone's been amazing. This team has just been so wonderful, and they've been so helpful. Like Jen's been so sweet about making sure that like I'm still enjoying myself and I'm still having fun, even with like the fact that we were practicing with anomalies. And I'm playing. I was slotted to play Mando. I'm a medic main,
Mhm.
and I was slotted to play Mando.
I mean, BL anomaly on that map is so crazy that it was actually kind of pushing me as a medic.
Yeah, it was a bit
was
crazy.
wild.
We were trying several holds. We found one that worked, and then yeah, but fail was like we were just goofing off earlier with our switching around what we were all playing as, but we switched it at the last minute. Except fail, I think he had to step away.
Right.
He was going to be the slinger with me on my lane, but yeah, no, we were I mean, we worked really hard and we were doing everything that we could. It's really hard when you got schedules that clash. And I mean, we
Right.
got
Yeah.
people that are on the East Coast, we got people on the West Coast. I'm in the Midwest.
Mhm.
And, you know, they did, I mean, we all did great. And I think it's amazing. It's amazing what you guys all do for this tournament and how people get together on it. But like I said, I've had so much fun with this team and just doing this in general.
Yeah, it's really great to hear that you have all had so much fun because not only is this tournament about like kind of like introducing some people to CD, kind of a good mix of like CD veterans and newer CD players, and you know introducing people to like kind of new ways of how to kind of not to act as for lack of a better word with their perks right in a CD context. But it's also about having fun with each other, right? It's it's still a game. You want to have fun playing a game. You can get sweaty, of course, but it's also about having fun. And I think it's really important that you all highlighted the first thing is you've all had a lot of fun with your group, and I think that's really encouraging.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the improvements, say, that have been made, or talk about some of the mentoring experiences that have happened throughout this this tournament. It could be like you could be like Jenny here, who's played CD many times and have kind of learned something new herself.
I mean, you've literally got a co-captain mentor with one of the freshest players on the team in the VC right
Yeah.
now, so you couldn't have asked a better pair of people, honestly. And
Yeah,
especially
pretty much.
because of my relationship to mom in specific, because with her, like when mom first showed up and said that she was a medic main, she came into CD from vanilla suicidal.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
went from that to
Yeah.
being the medic on our Infernal Realm run in
Mhm.
like a couple of weeks, which is a hell of a glow up.
Yep.
Mhm.
And
That
I'm really
makes a few
proud.
people that I know have come from suicidal to CD. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And
So,
honestly, that's a bigger step up than suicidal to HOE because I feel like that's not even a step suicidal to HOE anymore. It's kind of like a halvesy step. I don't know what you would
well,
call
not
it.
to mention it's on Infernal Realm with a high MM. That shit was crazy.
Yeah,
So
what
it's
was it?
like
56?
I think it was 64.
Was it? I don't remember.
I'm
It
pretty
was-
sure
it was-
Infernal Realm was 64.
Oh.
But I'm personally really proud of her and how far she's come with medic. And I'm hoping that not only can I teach her to use carbine the way that I do over time,
Oh,
but
I'm loving
also
that thing.
to help her kind of branch out into the secondary perks that I have. So
I
like
would
I
love
can
to.
play Slinger, Sharp, and Mando pretty decently, and no K Firebug, and so like hopefully I can help her continue to actually be able to do that too.
Funny enough, I am working on my slinger. I have been working on slinger.
Yeah,
I
you've
do
also been
still.
working on Mando. You were gonna play Mando this week.
I was going to play Mando this week. I was practicing it down corridor training. I still
Yep.
sometimes hide in solo, and Bell sometimes notices that, and he calls me out on it. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm practicing." He's like, "Are you solo?" Maybe.
What you got there? A smoothie?
Yeah. What you got there? A smoothie. Yeah. No. So
A knife.
basically, it's a yeah. No. It's literally like the iCarly thing. It's like, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm practicing. Are you solo right now? Maybe. We're doing duos. Okay. Like he did put me in Infernal Realm in duos. I think on like one of the higher Z difficulty. What is it?
Make 3.
Not MiG 3. It was. Oh God, I can't even remember now. I'm trying to remember all of them. It was a pretty high one.
Is
And
it GG?
no, I don't think it was that high. I don't know. Like
NT?
might be NT. He said it to
We're
NT,
just-
I think.
We're just
And he
gonna
just
go
had
through
me
the whole
sling.
alphabet, okay?
Yeah, probably, because I don't know all of them yet. I'm still learning that part. But yeah, he put me on MiG V1 harder. Oh, yeah, there you go, Kai. Yeah, he was watching this. And he just put me in Infernal Realm on that lane, and we were doing duos on that, and I'm slinging that. And I'm like, I don't okay. And he was just making me do that. And then he's just like, come on, keep going. I'm like, okay. So I kind of got kicked in the deep end with that one, but that's okay. I'm a swimmer. It's fine.
The only question I gotta ask is: has this improved your fun you get from clicking Zeds in the head?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, considering the fact that both tourneys have literally pulled me out of hiatus, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
This
So-
tournament format has been my primary way of experiencing Killing Floor for the past 2 years.
So will you vote for the next? Whenever Steam does another award ceremony, you'll vote this as the best point-and-click adventure game.
You
It's
know what?
perfect.
No,
I will vote for it to be the perfect game, no bugs.
I will
Is
not,
that a category?
because Baldur's Gate came out.
No, my
You're
God.
right.
That game.
I can't even head trace a flesh pound in Baldur's Gate, and you call it a better point-and-click adventure game.
No flesh pound, 0 out of 10.
No.
Well, I think we will finish this off by asking you both to select MVPs for the tournament from your team.
Oh man, that's tough.
That's tough putting y'all on the
I
spot here.
think.
I think one I would have to say, I think I would like to think Fail. He's done such an amazing job with so much. He's really like, because I know he's doing other tourneys with other stuff. He's really good at communicating. He's been all over the place, but he still holds in, and he helps
He
out
basically acted like a second co-captain. He's been so helpful to us. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But even if we give it to him, I do want to at least shout out Blue for how consistent they've been the entire tourney.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
if we
he's
ever
been
need
great.
Blue, they're just there, and they're just bearing down on whatever we ask them to do. Solo laning, duo laning, trash clear, large killing, whatever.
Yeah.
As
Heck
long
yeah,
as
I
we
can do that. Let me
as-
in.
exactly,
Yeah.
like as long as we
He's
get
like, "I'm
Blue
good."
Firebug, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, he just they're just like, hey, and it's all silent, and we're just like, hey, everything okay, Blue? Yeah, we good. And I mean, like the only time that it was ever really difficult was when we need to kite, we can't. Like that was like the most
That was
heartbreaking
so
thing I've ever heard
tragic.
for Blue. Oh my god, that heartbreaking moment. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think those two absolutely, because Fail really was great at communicating for everything. And anytime I'm sure if anytime you were here in a war room, it was Fail usually
Yeah.
clearly communicating. And yeah, it made us sound chaotic, like with our comms, but we
I
knew
love-
what we were.
Finish.
We knew. Yeah, we knew what we were talking. Like we knew what everybody was saying and how we
Yeah.
needed it done. So it might have sounded like a jumbled mess, but we knew exactly what we were talking.
I love watching the VOD from Infernal Realm because you can barely understand our comms, but we can.
It's point-to-point encryption, you know.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All of our voices are encrypted in SHA-256, and we're speaking in Thieves' Cant.
Well,
yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Thank you both for coming in for the exit interview. Once again, condolences for obviously ending the tournament the way it ended, but we all really appreciate your high spirits and just
Oh, yeah.
remaining good sports, and y'all are just a ton of fun to talk to and watch play. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for to your entire team for playing for us and the crowd.
Oh, yeah, no
I only
problem.
have one thing to say.
Mhm.
Top Wolf, you better win it.
All I got to say to this before we end too is just because the tournament's over doesn't mean Adventures in CD isn't over.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, dude, I want to go
Well-
record hunting with these people.
Oh yeah, don't think that I'm gonna disappear. Oh, no. Don't think I'm not gonna be starting up queues on some of the most weird setups.
This
that
is
I've-
only the beginning.
Someone's
Joe-
got to fill the standard record sheet.
I know
feel like-
somebody's gonna start playing around with Blitz and Legacy.
Oh
And
no, not Zed types.
No, Blitz isn't a
Someone's-
type. It's fun.
Oh wait, no. Blitz is the thing with the MM raising, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You know what? I want to
See,
play that.
that'd
I
be
haven't tried
perfect
it.
for us.
Yeah, let's do
I
that
think
sometime.
We're efficient. We could do it.
Well,
And I
all
want to
right,
play with all the toys. So all the guns. Play with all the guns.
well, all right, folks, that'll be the end of the stream here. Stay tuned for new Super Canine Bros in just under 4 hours. They will be playing the next match. It will be this map on these same settings. These settings are nice and spicy. They will be fun to watch. Stay tuned. Thank you to the crowd for coming in and bearing with us. And of course, thank you to my fellow crewmates. Y'all are awesome.
Thank you guys for everything. Love you all.
We love you too, Blunt.
Laters.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Be well.
Bye, guys.